Welcome to Game Night on Thursday, the 10th of March, where it is time for heat number 15 and heat number 17 of the current arena tournament. Yes, I'm aware that is not how numbers number. Just loading in the play date. Hope everyone is well. Do you like my new cardie? I'm seriously, I can't get enough of it. It's meant to be for Reykjavik, but it's just, I like it. I think it's stylish. It's got a zip. I might make it my new streaming cardie. But yeah, that arrived today from the Amazons. Anyway, if you want to come play in this audience game of the arena, it's IJXT. I'm going to once again do the thing that I always do, which is go to the BRB screen and get the tournament structure, because I've forgot it. I forgot to copy it over. Let's paste that up there. Go back down there, go back down there, and go back to game with Cam. There we go. Just so I can have a look at what is going on. So, this is the point this evening where it starts to get very difficult to follow what's going on, because we've got a day 4 heat and a day 5 heat, and we had a day 5 heat on Tuesday just gone, because obviously there are no heats next Thursday where I'm flying back from Iceland. I probably won't be back till about 1-2 in the morning, so it's not going to be a stream that night. Yeah, we've got Riff appearing in 2 heats tonight. Riff was having some difficulty with the dates, but did concede that he'd be happy to do 2 back-to-back, so he's going to be featuring in both his day 4 and his day 5 this evening, with the outstanding day 4 heat taking place on Saturday the 19th of March. That's the Saturday after I am back from Reykjavik, so Saturday week, and then 2 more heats following the following Thursday on the 24th of March. So yeah, a lot to get excited about this evening. We've got the final appearance of Claire, we have got the final appearance of Riff, we've got the final appearance of Samster, all happening this evening. Everyone else will have at least 2 more games, and so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Oh god, am I dying? Well, we'll have to see, Claire, because at the moment you're doing fairly strongly, has to be said. Where are you at the moment? 5th, according to the table in Excel, or in Sheets, which may not be entirely accurate. Let me stop that bonus penny there. That cold I had on Tuesday, if anything, it's getting worse, so I'm still a bit looking forward to a holiday. Hoping I'm better when I get out there, because there's nothing worse than being ill on holiday. Let me welcome you all to the stream. We've got Shapes, Dogfish, Solly, Adster, good evening, Colo, Lupine, David, Derek, Effrontery, Jack, Claire, and Prue. Hello to Jogging Chum and Oni, Cyclespace DMC, and Apodo and Mark, etc. and Quizzle. Welcome to Raising the Bar, and BC, and Innocent Jers, and Jerry, and Lewis, Toot, and Puzzle Dan, and Brand New Halo, and Toucan, and Riff, and anyone else who is lurking and loitering and lingering in the chat. You're most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. For the last stream I'm going to be doing for the next 10 days or so, 9 or 10 days. Oh, bark, bark, bark. The dogs are sparring again. But I've closed the kitchen door. We had new worktops put in today. That was exciting. And turned out the previous occupant had glued the sink into the old worktop. So we had to get a new sink then as well. So it's like, oh, okay, here, have another 200 quid. Yeah, new sink. But it goes much nicer with the new worktop, so that's nice. Yeah, dogs are sparring. There's some sweets while they're there. Very nice. How many have we got? 15 is a good number. Good number in the audience game. I think we will get this underway. Because actually, after the stream, I've got to completely pack down my office because this room is being painted tomorrow. It's the last room in the house that has not yet been painted. So that's going to be happening tomorrow. But I've got to empty it of all screens and desks and pianos and Doctor Who figurines. So that's going to be fun. But fortunately, we ate at lunchtime today, so I'll have a slice of toast or something tonight, probably. Yes, new sync. New sync is very exciting. Anyway, I think that's all we're going to get. So, without any further ado, let us lock this up, and we will bring this game to order and make a start. So, coming towards the end of this tournament, heats 15 and 17 tonight, and a further 4 heats remain after this one, in order for you in the audience game to accrue as many points as possible to try and get into the second chance saloon, and also for our hot seat tournament players to make their final stand. Comes the smoke of doom. Right, they're going to bark, I'm going to close the door. And our first 4 hot seaters join the arena to thunderous applause. Colo, Dogfish, Derek, and Riff, welcome to the game. Welcome to the arena. And before I do the introductions, I'm just going to go find out what the dog is barking at, because if the cat has gone down and he's having a bark at her, that would not be good. What are you barking at? Shush! Shush, sir! Silence, sir! Oh, Miney. So I think Dexter's just barking at Miney, and Miney's just lying on her bed like this. So I want him to leave me alone, please. Say silence, sir, or there will be death, sir. We're not actually going to kill him. It's a line from Doctor Who. It was the character from the 1830s kept saying everything was death, sir. And so that's become a catchphrase in our house now, which is quite funny. Anyway, Colo, Dogfish, Derek, and Riff, welcome to the game. Riff in the first 2 heats tonight. Oh, shut up, Dexter. We're just going to close the door. I'll let Miney babysit him. That will be fine. Let me see how your history is in this game, in this tournament so far. Colo currently stands in 4th place, though with this is Colo's last game, I believe. Yes, because Colo also played on Tuesday, picked up a single point. So Colo's last opportunity could potentially get to the top here with 12 points, or at least in the here and now. Derek has got another game after this. Derek is playing in one of the last heats on the 24th of March. So Derek with 2 games in hand and currently standing in 6th place. That's a very strong position to be. 8 points. Could get to the top on this one and still have a game to go afterwards. Nice position to be in. Dogfish currently at the bottom of the table here in sheets with just the 2 points. But worth bearing in mind that Dogfish has got this game and a game on the 24th of March. So Dogfish with 2 games in hand, still potentially able to amass up to 10 points, which would put him into playoff contention. And Riff currently in 13th place with 4 points. Again, the 2 games in hand, both of which will be taking place tonight, could get up to 12 in the top spot. So it is still very wide open for these 4 players. But this first game of this evening is going to be something of a decider. Let's take a look at the rules as we go to round number 1. Which is 10 in 10, and this pack incidentally has been written by Zeus, to whom we are very grateful. Thank you very much, Zeus. You'll face 10 multiple choice questions, 10 seconds to respond to each, A to D or 1 to 4 to the bot as ever. Correct answers earn a point, incorrect answers cost a point, abstention costs nothing. So abstention could be a good strategy if you have some points, but it will ground you at 0, so you cannot drop below. So if you're on 0, you might as well attempt. If only one player gives the correct answer, they get a bonus point, so they get 2. At the end of each round, the player with the lowest score will be eliminated, and in the event the scores are tied, the player who spent the longest answering in total this round will be eliminated. We did see this happen in the last heat that we played, so lots of excitement still potentially going to happen. Optimism with you. Hey, stranger things have happened in this game, Dogfish. If you're playing in the audience game, you might as well attempt every question because you get 1 point for right answers and there is no penalty for wrong answers. So do give it a go, 1 to 4 or A to D to the bot. Good luck to you all. Let's play 10 in 10. And let's load up question number 1. Which set of elements on the periodic table can be found in group 0? Alkali metals, metalloids, noble gases, halogens. Just Derek and Dogfish getting the right answer. C, noble gases. Noble gases, what we wanted for. Colo and Riff going for A. That one, alkaline metals. I believe that's group 1. Are we go? Or group 8, possibly. Group 1. The blue-coloured mystery-flavoured Fanta drink is marketed under what name? I can't believe it's not Fanta, Fantastic Surprise, Fantasy Flavour, or What the Fanta? Derek and Dogfish playing it safe, and Riff and Coda both tempting getting it right, and everyone's on 1. Noble gases is when a king farts. Very nice. Takes his cucumber on it. Yeah, I don't like cucumber either. Question 3. Which of these is a strong heavy grating on a castle that can be lowered to block a gateway? Portcullis, Balustraria, Embrasure, Palisade. Palisade. Not side, Palisade. I'll learn out the word. Strong performance from all 4 going green there. Everyone up to 2. Portcullis was the answer. Question 4. What is a billet doux? A billet doux. Billet doux. A checklist, a receipt, a love letter, a train ticket. It's a love letter. Colo, Dogfish, Derek all attempting and getting it right. Riff abstaining, preserving his 2 points. But now at a slight disadvantage, point behind. Frontier and Toot leading the lobby with 4 from 4. It's question 5. The planet Tatooine appears in which sci-fi franchise? Star Trek, Star Wars, Avatar, Battlestar Galactica. Fast answers from all 4 players there. And all 4 correct. Star Wars was the right answer. 4-4-4-3 after 5 questions at the halfway mark. Riff a point behind. Still lots of time for differences to be made. Dogfish, Colo and Derek ahead at the moment. Effrontery and Toot on 5. Question 6. Mimi, Baby and Ai feature in the series of Sega arcade platform games known as Super What Ball. Chicken, sheep, monkey or raccoon? We know it's not a Riff pack because he's in the game. Could it be that it was a double bluff? It wasn't. It was C, Monkey, Super Monkey Ball. All 4 getting that right. 5-5-5-4. And Super Sheep Ball. That would be a fun game. I like Super Sheep from Worms. Good game, Worms. Housing the painting Girl with a Pearl Earring, the Mauritius is an art museum located in which city? Is it Toulouse, Turin, The Hague, or Cologne? Mauritius. Mauritius? Mauritius? Unsure of the stress on that. Wow, Dogfish sneaking an answer in the nick of time, and a correct one at that. Colo, Dogfish and Derek all attempting and all correct. Moving up to 6 now. The answer was C, The Hague. Riff now with a little bit of a disadvantage. 6-6-6-4. On we go. Question number 8. In maths, a Mersenne prime is a prime number that is 1 less than a power of 2. Which of these is a Mersenne prime? 43, 37, 31 or 41? All 4 attempting, all 4 correct. C, 31 was the answer. 5 to the power 2 is 32. Less than that is 31, which would give you a Mersenne prime. No bait 63. No, it's 63 not prime. Oh no, I guess it's not divisible by 3. Question 9. Which team won Super Bowl LVI in February 2022? Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Rams, Cincinnati Bengals, San Francisco 49ers. 56, I think that is. Super Bowl 56. Dogfish sitting this one out. Derek and Riff both correct. Derek moving up to 8, Riff moving up to 6. Now tied with Colo. The answer was B, the Los Angeles Rams. Colo incorrect. They're going for C. Very tight here. 8-7-6-6. Still wide open in anyone's game. Which of these letters appears latest in the Greek alphabet? Iota, Chi, Zeta, Chi. Oh, and Derek and Riff have got the right answer. Riff leaving it late to answer, which means Colo on the lowest score. The answer was D, Chai. With 6 points, you have been eliminated. Sneaky tactic from Riff there. Thanks, math question in disguise. Was that a sneaky tactic from Riff, or did he just realise what the answer was late? Possibly answering late, meaning he was maybe trying to suggest to Colo that he was going to just abstain and then let it come down to time, but just very slow. That would be a good tactic, actually. It's one I employed when we did host in the arena. I thought, I'm going to answer late, making people think everyone's abstaining and then try and jump the points. But there we are. Derek finishing on 9, strongest player in the opening round, 9 out of 10. Riff and Dogfish picking up 7 apiece, and Colo leading for quite a bit of that, or certainly ahead, does take the dive under the arena stage on the last question there. Thank you for playing, Colo. That is, I believe I said, your final heat, so we'll see how that fares for you. Wouldn't have got it anyway, fair enough. We'll see how that fares for you on the leaderboard in a bit. Over in the audience game, Toot finishing on a perfect 10, BC, David and Effrontery and Jack all picking up 8, DMC and Cetra both picking up 7. Let's go on to round number 2, which is Survivors. You will face up to 15 multiple choice questions, 10 seconds for each A to D or 1 to 4 to the bot. Each incorrect player loses a life, and in the event all players are correct, no lives are lost unless sudden death mode is active. Sudden death mode is activated at question 9, and in the event all players are correct, then the slowest player will lose a life. The first player to exhaust 3 lives will be eliminated, and in the event more than one player exhausts their lives simultaneously, the player who spent longest answering in total this round will be eliminated instead. A word of warning that an abstention in the hot seat is treated as incorrect, so Derek, Dogfish and Riff, you may as well attempt every question even if you don't know. You'll have a 1 in 4 of being right. In the audience game, you might as well attempt every question. No penalties for abstention. Sorry, no penalties for incorrect answers, so you might as well give them a go and try and maximise your scores. Potentially 15 questions to come. Round 2 is Survivors. Let's play. And here we go, question number 1. Which of these people has never hosted the Channel 4 game show Countdown? Richard Whiteley, Nick Hewer, Greg Davis and Robinson. All 3 correct, and everyone in the audience correct as well. Greg Davis was the answer. I believe he's been on Catster's Countdown quite a lot, but he's never hosted that one either. The other 3 all have. 3 lives remain. On we go. The Italian fairy tale Il gatto con gli stivali is about an animal famous for wearing what specific item of clothing? Is it gloves, shirt, boots or underpants? All 3 correct. C, boots was the answer. Il gatto con gli stivali is Puss in Boots, or the cat wearing the boots. All 3 lives for all 3 players still intact. On we go. What relation was King Edward VIII to Queen Elizabeth II? Grandfather, uncle, cousin or father? He was her uncle. Dogfish losing a life on that one. Yes, he was. I believe he was the one who abdicated to marry Wallis Simpson and gave the throne instead to Colin Firth, who in turn gave it to Queen Elizabeth. On we go. Question number 4. Explorer Ferdinand Magellan was born in 1480 in which modern-day country? Portugal, Greece, Spain or Italy? Oh, look at that thing. It could be any of them. Really could be. I'm going to say you've all gone for the same answer, which is correct. A, Portugal. And Derek and Riff maintaining 3. Dogfish still on 2. Toot on 13. David and Jack on 12 in the audience game. Let's go on. Question number 5. In the film Mean Girls, how many candy canes does the character Gretchen Wieners receive? 3, 0, 2 or 1? And none for Gretchen Wieners, and none for the players in the hot seat. B, 0 was the answer. You go, Glenn Coco! Yeah, and none for Gretchen Wieners. Okay, bye. This is a lovely question. I enjoyed that question. Derek and Riff down to 2, Dogfish down to 1. Could be the last question. The Longbourn estate in Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice is situated in which English county? Gloucestershire, Wiltshire, Hampshire, Hertfordshire. It's D, Hertfordshire. All 3 incorrect. And it is Dogfish who is going to take the dive. You're afraid you're out of lives and you have been eliminated. Yes, Riff and Derek both going for Hampshire there. and Dogfish going for Wiltshire. But the correct answer there was, in fact, the other one, Hertfordshire. So there we go. I was in Hertfordshire the other day. Looked nice. All the southern counties look the same. They do a bit. They do a bit, Dogfish. Austin County is north of me, then the answers arrive. Yeah, no, they're all quite southern there. DVD Smith now tied with Toot at the top of the audience game with 13. Each of Frontier and Jap both taken 12. BC and its Sotley have 11. Well, Derek and Riff, you both through to the final, both looking to take the maximum 4 points through. Riff with another game to play straight after this one as well. Not sure who is going to be in control of the first category, because you've both got one life. It'll be whoever spent the least amount of time answering. My instinct tells me it's probably Derek going to be in control, but we'll see in a minute. Let's explain the rules of round number 3. Round 3 is play or pass, up to 9 multiple choice questions, 10 seconds to respond to each, 8 to D or 1 to 4 to the bot. Controlling player is shown a category and chooses whether to play or pass the question. Controlling player will alternate with each question, starting with the leading player, which I think is probably Derek, but I might be wrong. Correct answers earn a point, incorrect answers earn your opponent a point, and the first player to reach 5 is declared the winner. Simple as that. Again, in the audience, you might as well answer every single question, because there's no penalty for being wrong, so give them all a go. I've still not fixed the thing where it doesn't debug into the chat who's answering the questions, so if in doubt, if you've got quite a lot of latency going on, Derek and Riff, just answer the question anyway to the bot. It won't process it if you are not in control of the question, but just in the interest of safety, if you've got some latency, you might as well do that. Round 3 is play or pass. Let's play. My instinct was right. Derek is starting in control as we go to this final round. Derek, you're in control, and the first category is children's TV. Play or pass? An immediate pass over to Riff. So Riff, this question is for you. Take a look. Which of these children's TV shows debuted in 1969? Fraggle Rock, Sam and Friends, Sesame Street, The Muppet Show. Riff getting the wrong answer, going for The Muppet Show. Was in fact C, Sesame Street, and that's an early point to Derek. Good pass there, but Riff, you now have got control of the arena. The next category is language. Play or pass? It's going to be a play from Riff, hoping to even the scores a bit. Let's take a look. Which of these is spelled correctly? Sacrilegious, 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 or sacrilegious? It was D, sacrilegious, not B, I'm afraid, Riff. That is 2 points to Derek, and you are on the back foot. Derek breaking early on. 2-0 up. Derek, coming back to you. Play or pass on the subject of music? And that's a play for Derek. Oh, sorry about that, Riff. Yeah, it's a tricky one on eyes. Here's your question, Derek. Which of these Diana Ross singles was released the earliest? Endless Love, Upside Down, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, or I'm Coming Out? They're going for C, which is the right answer. Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Very well played. 3-0 up. Strong play so far. Control of the arena passes back to Riff, who's going to need to get some answers in quite soon if he's going to want to try and make this back. Category is celebrities. Riff, play or pass? It's a pass back to Derek. Riff hoping that there's going to be a breakthrough here. Which of these is not the name of one of Usain Bolt's children? St. Leo, Thunder, King, Olympia, Lightning. They're going for D. No, the answer is King. There is no King Bolt, but there is an Olympia Lightning. Good pass there, Riff. You've got a point back, and it's 3-1. Not a break, but maintaining where we're at. Derek, you've got control, and the category is awards. Play or pass? Derek choosing to play this one. Let's take a look and see what it brings. Which of these awards did Whoopi Goldberg win first on her way to her EGOT? Emmy, Oscar, Tony, or Grammy? Derek's gone for Tony. Not the right answer. It was D. Grammy, and there is the break back. And Riff now threatening to tie up the scores. Derek on 3, Riff on 2. Riff, you are back in control. The category is colours. Play or pass? It's a play from Riff. So if he gets this right, he breaks back, and we're back to 3-all. The Crayola colour Bittersweet is most similar to which of these colours? Blue, green, red, or yellow? So lock in with red, which is the right answer. Very well played there, Riff, and you've broken back. It is 3-all. Just Toot BC and Toucan getting that one right in the audience game. Derek, you're back in control as we get to question number 7. The category is video games. Play or pass? I was thinking a sort of orangey colour. It's a pass to Riff. So Riff, this question for you. The number represented by the bingo call Buckle My Shoe exceeds the number of playable characters in which of these games, including DLC? Is it League of Legends, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Street Fighter V, or Super Smash Bros. Melee? And Riff going for B, not the right answer. It was D, Super Smash Bros. Melee, which I think is 25. Buckle My Shoe is 32. And a good pass there from Derek, who moves up to 4. Could be the last question of the match. Riff. Basically, which one has the fewest characters? Yeah, basically, David. Categories history, Riff. Play or pass? Going to play it for your place in this match. Here's your question. Which of these happened in the same year that the first iPhone was released in the US? Romania joined the EU. Turin hosted the Winter Olympics. The first YouTube video with George W. Bush re-elected president. We're going for C, which is the wrong answer. It was Romania joins the EU. The first iPhone was 2000 and something. Riff, I'm afraid you've been eliminated. 2009, I want to say. 2008? 2009? 2008, 2009, Romania joining the EU. Bush re-elected, obviously, in 2005. What were the other options? Turin with the Winter Olympics, can't remember that one. First YouTube video, I think, was 2005 as well. There we go. Good games all round. Riff taking 2 points away, but Derek taking another 4. That is going to be a good position for Derek. He has still got 1 game left, and I think he's currently top of the table. Over in the audience, Toot picking up 18, although Toot is just playing for funsies. And look at this, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, and then a few 13s. David picking up 17, Jack 16, BC 15, it's Sotley 14, DMC, Effrontery, etc. all on 13. Let's take a look at what that has done to the arena scoreboard. It is Jack still with the lead, 221, BC with 211, Cetra with 173, and Cyberspace with 172, currently making it into the audience playoff. Which will be in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. DMC still with a bit of work to do on 165, and it's Sotley as well, but still attainable at this point, depending who attends for these final few heats. Toot with 280, showing off his big old brain, but has withdrawn from the tournament. He's just playing along for fun. Meanwhile, in the main bulk of the tournament, Derek does take the lead and has got a game in hand, currently on 12. Clear of anyone else with a game in hand. That is going to be a good position for him. Let me just update these scores. Who went out first? It was Derek got 4, Riff got 2, Cola went out first, I believe, and Dogfish getting the 1 point. Colo's games are now concluded. Yes, Colo's games are now concluded. So Colo currently on 9 points, just eking out ahead of Claire on point difference in round 1 at the moment, but 2 points clear of Aaron and Lupine, both on 7, but both have Lupine certainly has got games in hand, just the 1 though, just the 1 game in hand for Lupine, so Lupine's going to need at least 2 points and a fairly hefty score in the first round in order to get above Colo, but could potentially get above Claire, but Claire has also got a game in hand, and that's coming up in just a few minutes time. Who else can we look at? Dogfish here. Dogfish just picking up the 2 points, which means at this point Dogfish can no longer qualify. Has got 1 more heat, and do hope that Dogfish will still come along for that, but unfortunately can no longer qualify. And the other one in this heat was Riff. Riff is going into the next heat in just a moment. Currently on 6. And we're about to see if this final heat will be the make or break for Riff. It's got the potential to get up to 10 points or even 8 points. In fact, no, 8 points would not be enough. So only a win for Riff in this next heat that he's about to play would be enough to potentially get him into the qualifiers. This next heat we've got coming up in just a few seconds. It is the second of the day 5 heat. So it's the first, but we played the second one first for reasons. And it's going to be between Shapes, Claire, Samster and Riff. So we've already talked about Riff needing a win to get into the playoffs. Shapes in a similar position, needing a win in order to get into the playoffs. Claire is looking comfortable at the moment, but is going to want to solidify her points at the moment. Currently on 9, will need a win in order to take the top spot and then see what happens underneath. And Samster currently in second. Samster can afford actually to have a less strong heat, though of course he is going to be trying to maximise the lead at the top, since this is also Samster's last game and Derek has got one more to play. Samster's last game, Riff's last game, Shapes' last game. Is it Shapes' last game? No, it's not Shapes. I beg your pardon. Shapes has actually got another game in hand. Shapes has one more game to play after this one, so even if Shapes doesn't have the best possible game, he has got one more to play on Saturday the 19th of March. Claire's last game, Samster's last game, Riff's last game, but Shapes does have one more, so we will take this with a slight grain of salt. But those are the standings at the moment, looking to be Derek and Samster going through automatically. Mark, Innes, Colo and Claire will go into a qualifier and only one will go through, and then one player from the audience game will go forward to the final. All still a lot to play for and a lot to look forward to, and we have got one more heat coming up right after this very short break. I'm going to go top up my glass and check in on the dogs. Don't go away, because we'll be right back with even more Arena very shortly. So as the tournament continues to hot up, there's even more high-pressure action in the arena after the break. Very many thanks again to Zeus for that question pack. 100 pennies and an author credit have been added to you. Yeah, please do join us after the break, where we will see another heat this evening. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to part 2 of the arena this game night, and welcome AB, me and Sapster to the stream. Good to see you here both, particularly Sapster as you're about to play in this here heat, and AB, me, lovely to have you with us too. Hope you're both keeping well. So, as we load in the data for the final time this evening, there are 4 heats remaining. One from, after this, there will be 4 heats remaining, one from day 4, and, what are you on about, Ben? There will be 3 heats remaining, one from day 4 and 2 from day 5. And we are going to be able to start to get an idea, and we're already starting to see a bit of an idea about what is required and where. Oh, hello. Okay. We got an exception error. Oh, it's a Twitch error. It was about to post a message to the chat. Okay, we'll try that again. Let's skip the credits this time. And actually, skipping the credits is an entirely academic exercise. You've still got to load the data in. I'm so confused as he got his cardigan. That's what it is. Always have some. I'll do some hold music for you. There we go. A little Icelandic flea. Bed nails for coffee after Carter, but Spanish for me is a step too far. True. The reason for that is because I work off sheet music. I can play sort of by ear if it's just chords, and I'm like playing a pop song, I can work it out by ear. But generally, sheet music does it a lot better for me. I sort of compare it to, when I'm teaching students about it, I sort of compare it to the difference between watching a film repeatedly to learn all the lines from it versus reading the script to be able to read the lines from it. It's sort of the best analogy I can go for, but I've not enough action on here. I mean, Prokofiev has done some great stuff. The first sonata's really good. That's really good. It's sort of almost sort of Tchaikovsky-esque. It's very unlike his later stuff. Red Lorry, Red Gory. RLRG, yeah, come join the game. ABBA Waterloo, but that would be... Oh, for God's sake. F minor. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, playing by ear is not good. If I had sheet music, I'd be able to play that flawlessly. So about get into Eurovision. Is that what you're doing? Are you getting me into Eurovision by stealth? Classic composer is John Williams. John Williams is just sort of latter-day Mahler or latter-day Wagner, really, except without quite as much pomp. But yeah. To be fair, I do quite like John Williams. I don't think he's overrated. Welcome to Les Dawson. Why are you all so horrible to me? Les Dawson's like... I always go to that one though. I need to do some proper Les Dawson stuff. Have you seen the Dudley Moore sketch? wrong key. I want to be a C minor. And so on. Something like that. Little Spanish key. Evil Colonel Bogey. It's a who did that? I think that was that Dudley Moore? I think that was Dudley Moore. He did the Evil Colonel Bogey in the style of Beethoven. And yeah, as Odie says, it's the one that refuses to end. It's, at the end, it just sort of goes. But you can't even play that. Honestly, it's about 2.5 minutes of 5-1, 5-1, 5-1. And yes, it was an Alan Davis QI buzzer at one time. Right, that's enough yakety yak. AB Me, Adster, Jack, David, It's Otley, DMC, Sarkis Base, Raising the Bar, Cetra, BC, Puzzle Down, Brand New Halo, Jerza, Frontery 2, and Bitterotter. For the penultimate time on a Thursday, and with only a handful left to go, and Score Camp Bitterotter, welcome to the stream. The arena is into its twilight heat. Let's see what you can do as we welcome our players to the arena. So, the all too familiar camera pan revolves around the studio that we've come to know and love. I bet you are on the same plinth actually, Riff, and purely because that's the way you were picked to go on the tournament order. So yes, you are. You've just been sat there in between. Everyone else has gone for a coffee, and you're got you out on the same plinth. And the crowd goes wild. The Shapes, Claire, Samson, and Riff. Welcome to your game. Welcome to the arena. No worries, David. You gotta go, you gotta go. Oh, dogs are awake. They were asleep when I went down to refill my glass. He'll go back to sleep. Stacked, could be a very stacked heat. Shapes, Claire, Samster, and Riff. Very strong competitors. Let's ignore the barking dog and check out how you've gotten on in your previous heat. Claire with a win, and then a runner-up, and then a third place, and then a runner-up. So this is Claire's final appearance, and had a fairly medium performance. So some strong and some less strong. Shapes. Oh, sorry, I'm really distracted by the dog. Shapes picking up a third, and a win, and a third, and still got one more game to play after this. So 1-3-3 again, fairly mixed. Samsa a third, and a win, and a runner-up, and a win. So this is Samsa's final game, and Riff has managed to fare a runner-up, and a runner-up, and fourth, and a runner-up. So, Riff, possibly the most consistent of all the players here. He must share the wisdom. That makes sense. Score count, to be fair. So all fairly mixed bags across the board. Riff reasonably consistent, apart from the one blip going out in first, or going out in fourth rather. He's doing a great job of it. I might just go and see what he wants. See if he wants to come to the office. Bex, what have you seen, baby? What have you seen? Something goes on past. Wait, do you want to come to the office? Welcome to the office. Come on. Come on. No, I don't think he does want to come to the office. He's distracted by something, bless him. Little dog. Oh, and he's going back to his song. I am singing, he says. Right, on we go. Let's have a look at the rules for round 1. And this pack is by Lewis T1, who I believe it might be a debut pack for the arena. Not sure, might be the second. All you have to do to potentially make it to the playoffs, Riff, is beat Shapes, Claire and Samson. There's no guarantee at that point, but yes, you have your best chance. Put it this way, if you don't beat them, then you have no chance of getting to the playoffs. So yes, that's all you've got to do. And it is a first time arena pack for Lewis, so very much looking forward to this. And thank you very much to him. Let's get on with the game. Round 1. 10 to 10. 10 multiple choice questions. 10 seconds to respond to each. A to D or 1 to 4. 2. The bot. Correct answers earn a point. Incorrect answers cost a point. Potentially cost nothing. If any one player gives a correct answer, they get a bonus point at the end of the round. The player with the lowest score is eliminated, and if there's a tie, the player with the most time spent is eliminated. Might as well attempt every question in the lobby. If you're playing in the audience game, you might as well attempt every question. There's no penalties for wrong answers. Best of luck to you all. Let's play 10 in 10. Question number 1. Who had hits with The Twist and Let's Twist Again? Rotund Chess, Tubby Draft, Fat Domino, Chubby Checker. If you don't know, it's an easy one to start us off. It was Chubby Checker, D Chubby Checker. Well played, if you got that one right. To be fair, I would have probably gone for Fats Domino there, so let's say a nice easy one. Question 2, which of these is a prediction of when you'll reach your destination? ETA, PDQ, WTF, DJI. All 4 locking in. And everyone correct there. ETA, estimated time of arrival. Though if you're following my driving skills, SatNav is following my driving skills, it's more likely to be WTF. David J. Iddicum. Oh, we go. Question 3. Everyone on 2 in the arena. Which UK TV show was set for many series at London's Paternoster Chop House? Bridgerton, Call the Midwife, Poldark, First Dates. Riff sitting this one out. Shapes, Claire and Samps are all correct. This is a similar pattern to what Riff did in his last heat. Shapes, Claire and Samps are up to 3. Riff still on 2 as we go to question number 4. Plenty of people with 3 for 3 in the audience. Which of these is not one of the 3 major world airline alliances? One World, UFly, Star Alliance, SkyTeam. Samster, Riff and Claire attempting. Samster and Claire correct. Shape sitting it out. Riff incorrect and losing a point back to 1. The answer was B, UFly. Riff going for D, trying to make up for lost time. 4-4-3-1 at the moment. Disadvantage with Riff, advantage with Claire and Samster. Let's go to question 5. Which of these is higher? 5 cubed, 5 factorial, the reciprocal of 5, or 2 to the power of 5? It's 5 cubed, 5 times 5 times 5, which would give you 125, I guess. Samson and Riff correct. Claire losing a life, losing a point on that one. 5-3-3-2. In the Superman comics, who is the editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet newspaper? Perry Green, Perry Black, Perry White, or Perry Brown? Claire and Riff attempting and both correct, moving up to 4 and 3 respectively. The answer is C, Perry White. Interesting scores. Samster with a lead 5, Claire with 4, Riff and Shapes both on 3. 4 questions to go. Let's go on to question 7. The profiterole was invented by a chef born in which country? Spain, France, Italy, Greece. Samson, the only one to get it right. Shapes and Claire actually losing a life on that one. The answer was C, Italy. You'll be forgiven for thinking France. Yeah, there we go. Samson getting a bonus point as well as the only one to get it right. Let's move on to question number 8. Which online game allows players to pick from a range of over 140 champions to players such as Ezreal and Lee Sin, Fortnite, League of Legends, RuneScape, or World of Warcraft? Claire and Riff attempting both correct, moving up to 4. The answer is B, League of Legends. Shapes now in danger, 2 points behind Claire and Riff, who are on 4. Samps are way out in front on 7. Toot, the only player, with 7 in the audience game. Question number 9. In a John le Carré novel, who was Harry Pendle? The Tinker of Cuba, the Tailor of Panama, the Soldier of Jamaica, the Spy of Belize. Shapes leaving it till late to answer, but incorrectly, unfortunately losing a point. The answer is B, the Tailor of Panama. It is still possible for Shapes to get through here if he gets 2 points and Claire and Riff both lose 1. But the impetus is on Claire and Riff to answer incorrectly. Question number 10. Which colour links the parties of the current Canadian Prime Minister and the German Chancellor? Red, blue, yellow or green? Shapes is in. Riff's in. And Shapes losing a point. Riff getting 2 points there. The answer was A, red. And with a score of 0, I'm afraid, Shapes, you have been eliminated. Down you go. Yes, German Chancellors only come in black or red varieties. Thank you very much. The Right Honourable Member for Banterbury. Order! So, a bit of an up and down round. Some yo-yoing going on there, but we lose Shapes after that opening round. Toot finishing on 9, DVD Smith and It's Otley on 8, BC and DMC on 7 in the audience game. Samster going through on 7 with the highest score there. Riff managing to get 6, a bit of a comeback there after being 2 points behind at one point, and Claire on 4. All 3 of you do go through to the next round. Let's go there now. It's Survivors. You'll face up to 15 multiple choice questions, 10 seconds for each A to D or 1 to 4 to the bot. Each incorrect player loses a life, and in the event all players are correct, no lives are lost unless sudden death mode is active, which kicks in around about question 9, and in the event all players are correct in sudden death mode, the slowest player loses a life. First player to exhaust 3 lives will be eliminated, and in the event more than one player exhausts simultaneously, the player who spent longest answering a total of this round will be eliminated instead. Might as well answer every question in the hot seat because abstentions are treated as wrong. Likewise in the audience game, no penalties for wrong answers here, so you might as well attempt. Round 2 is Survivors. Good luck. Let's play. Here we go then. Survivors, question number 1. What is the name of the oft-memed song by DJ and Eurovision participant Darude? Sandstorm, Moonshine, Duststorm, Sunspots. 3 locking in. It's A, Sandstorm. Everyone in the arena, most in the lobby getting that as well. No, I'm not going to do that, DVD Smith. All 3 players still with all 3 lives. Let's go on. Question number 2. Where did the animals escape to in the second Madagascar film? Asia, South America, Africa or Europe? Claire and Riff losing a life there. Samson, the only one correct. Escape to Africa was the answer. Got it on the PS2, nice. Samson maintaining 3 lives, Claire and Riff down a life. Let's go on to question 3. Punto Banco is a variant of which casino game? Baccarat, roulette, blackjack or craps? I can't say, you've all gone for a different answer. And it's only Claire who's got the right one. Baccarat. Riff, you're down to your last life. Samson, you're down to 2. Claire maintaining 2. A, Baccarat is the correct answer. Not Keiko Bako, no. Question 4. Which of these was a Mexican drug lord? El Torito, El Greco, El Chapo, El Cid. Players finding the correct answer here. C, El Chapo was the correct answer. Lies preserved, 2, 2 and 1. Let's go on to question number 5. Keeping the pressure on Riff here. What links a 1937 dress by Elsa Schiaparelli and a 1936 telephone by Salvador Dali? Banana, lobster, meat, cow. Much as I'd love it if Dali had done banana phone first, it was indeed B, lobster. No drama from any of the three players in the arena there. Imagine if Dali had invented banana phone. Ring, 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 banana phone. Question 6. Which of these is a country of the Greater Antilles? The Netherlands, Antigua and Barbuda, Hispaniola or Jamaica? Late answers from Riff and Claire, both incorrect. Sam's the only one to get the answer D, Jamaica, but it is Riff who has lost his last life, and I'm afraid you've been eliminated. Claire losing her second life there, but does survive to the final, and that is Riff's time in the tournament concluded. We worked out the maths, and only a win could have gotten Riff into the playoffs. Thank you very much for playing, Riff, and we hope to see you next time. It is going to be Samsa versus Claire in this final, though. Samsa aiming, in fact, both players here, I believe, aiming for the top spot of the leaderboard. Both could do a lot of damage to the leaderboard, especially given that it's the final appearance for both of them. Shape so, of course, with that extra game in hand. In the lobby game, Toot on 14, BC and it's Otley on 12, Psychospace DVD Smith finishing on 11. Let's go to the final round. Play or pass, up to 9 multiple choice questions, 10 seconds to respond to each, A to D or 1 to 4 to the bot. The controlling player is shown a category and chooses whether to play or pass the question. Controlling player alternates with each question, starting with the leading player, that's Samster. Correct answers earn a point, incorrect answers earn your opponent a point. And the first player to reach 5 points is declared the winner. Again, in the lobby, answer every question, no penalties for wrong answers. Good luck to you all. Let's play round 3, play or pass. Samsa, you're going to be starting us off with the category of the calendar. Play or pass? Instantly passing over to Claire. So Claire, this is for you. In which country's calendar is it currently the year 2014? Saudi Arabia, Thailand, Israel, Ethiopia. Finding the answer and the correct one at that. D, Ethiopia was the answer. Both romantic and otherwise. Claire, early steal of a point there. You're in control of the arena and the category is Sporting Innovations. Play or pass? Immediately passing back to Samster here. So a chance for Samster to even up. In sport, the Western roll has largely been superseded by which technique? Fosbury flop, telemark landing, Indian dribble, hitch kick. Samster finding the right answer. Yes, it's a high jump technique. The Fosbury flop is now the preferred method of athletes, and Samster evens up the scores 1 apiece. Samster, you are in control of the arena, and the category is graphic novels. Play or pass? And Samster's going to play this one. Let's take a look. What is the name of the graphic novel by Rutu Modan about the ethics of the international antiquities trade? Stones, circles, pillars, tunnels. Samster locking in. Not the right answer though. Samster going for C, pillars. It was actually D, tunnels. And Claire taking a point back to 1. Chance for Claire to break here. You're in control of the arena, Claire, and the category is novel graphics. Play or pass? And it's a play from Claire. Let's have a look. Which of these symbols was designed by Susan Carr, or Care? The parking P sign, the Apple command symbol, the fair trademark, or the London Underground connector blob? We're going for London Underground, and it's not. It's the Apple command symbol. So, 2 passes and 2 correct answers, 2 plays and 2 incorrect answers. We are at a deadlock after 4 questions, 2 apiece. Samster, you're in control of the arena, and the category is Snow Stars. Play or pass? Samster having a bit of a think, ultimately deciding to pass. So Claire, this question coming over to you. Which country earned its first ever Winter Olympic gold medal this year? Malaysia, Monaco, New Zealand, Nigeria. Going for D, Nigeria, not the right answer. It was C, New Zealand. New Zealand winning their first ever Winter Olympic gold medal. Good pass from Samster. Now with the advantage and the lead for the first time this final. Claire, you've got control of the arena and the category is warm winds. And it's a play from Claire, looking to tie up the scores. Samster hoping for a break here. Which of these is a warm wind found in the Andes? Gillivar, Sirocco, Zonda, Elise. Wrong answer, Claire going for B, Sirocco. It was C, Zonda, and Samster with the first break of the final, potentially winning on the next question. It is 4-2. Samster in control of the arena, and the category is British bands. Play or pass? It is a play from Samster, as I thought it might be. Samster, for the match then. Question is, which of these bands was founded furthest north? Duran Duran, Oasis, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles. And Samster abstaining, giving Claire a free point. The answer was B, Oasis. And Claire getting a point back there. Claire takes control of the arena as it is 4-3. And the category is French films. Play or pass? Still another match point on the line here. Claire hoping to break back on question number 8. Which 1943 movie is described by Timeout.com as France's answer to Gone with the Wind? Les Enfants du Paradis, L'Enfant et les Sortilèges, L'Oiseau et l'Enfant, Les Enfants Terribles. Claire hitting the nail on the head. A, Les Enfants du Paradis was the correct answer, and I hope my French was okay. And we have come all the way to 4-all. A break from Samster and a break back from Claire. Samster on the final deciding category. It is question number 9 for the match. The category is number ones. Samster's going to play it. Good luck. Which of these words has never featured in the name of a UK number 1 single? Blue, orange, green or yellow? Samster finding the correct answer, B, orange, and winning the match 5-4. Claire, I'm afraid you have been eliminated. So you've had Blue by Eiffel 65, Yellow Submarine by the Beatles, Green... What's green? I forget green, I'll have to look at the question pack. But a lovely pack there from Lewis and a great final. Always love to see those finals. A lot of back and forth. A break from Samster, a break back from Claire, and ultimately coming down to that final question. Really great battle, and it is Samster who picks up the 4 points. Claire picking up 2. Oh, Green Green Grass, possibly. That sounds about right. Green Green Grass of Home. Oh, Yellow by Coldplay, possibly as well. Green Tambourine by the Archies. I like that song. It's not easy being green. Orange Crush was the only orange song I could think of. Yeah, 2 great packs, more of these, please. Well, we have got one more from Zeus, which will be featuring Saturday week to conclude the day 4 heats. And then the final 2 packs of the heats belong to... Final 2 packs of the heats are... Samsters and Onis. Obviously, they won't be facing their own, but yes, Samster and Oni have the final 2 of the heats on the 24th of March, with Zeus's on the 19th. And then we have got a combination of... let's go to that tab, it'll tell me there, won't it? Presumably. Quizzle is writing the tournament playoff, Toot is writing the audience playoff, and David J is writing the final pack. Yes, we have got all remaining packs accounted for now. So, yes, with just 3 more heats to go, one Saturday week, and then the following Thursday, so 2 weeks today, the final 2 day 5 heats. by which point we will know who is through, who is in the qualifiers, and who is out. I also need to make a decision on whether or not I'm going to include audience points on that. Because the tournament playoff happens before the audience playoff. I am inclined to not include points. I'm only going to include points from the heats, probably. But I will make a firm decision on that and confirm either way. So only 3 more attempts for audience players potentially to get points. 2 finishing on 20. It's Sotley picking up 17. BC and DMC and David and Jers all picking up 15 there. Let's see what that's done to the leaderboard. The first player to break 300. Very nice too. Very nice indeed. Jack, BC, Cetra and Cycle Space in contention for that playoff at the moment. Jack, excuse me, on 232. BC 226. Cetra moving into third on 187 and Cycle Space 2 points behind 185. DMC 5 points behind it. Sotley 4 points behind that. Could be looking to try and take one of those on. They're going to have to hope that maybe one of those players doesn't turn up for the final 3 heats. 2 weeks today and Saturday week are the other remaining heats. And we'll have to see what happens. But that is how it stands at the moment. Let's go over to tournament leaderboard. Samster taking the top spot now with 15. Derek moves to second with 12. Claire does jump to the top of the playoffs with those 2 points, up to 11 now, just ahead of Mark on point difference in the first round, 26 playing 24. Colo still hanging on with 9 points, so no more games to play. Innis has got 2 games in hand. Innis is the one to watch at this point. Innis has got 2 games in hand, could potentially still take the top spot, but that is not going to make any difference to the players who are currently in contention for a qualifier. Riff has now played all his games, finishing on 7, cannot qualify. Aram played all his games, finishing on 7, cannot qualify. Lupine has got a game in hand, currently on 7. It's gonna be a tall order, I think, for Lupine to get up there. Will need... Actually, not necessarily. No, I beg your pardon, Lupine, actually, because if you get 2 points, it will be a tall order if you finish runner-up. But if you win, Lupine could very much qualify for the playoff, knocking Colo out of the running. But I think realistically, Lupine is going to need to win that match. A runner-up would mean he'd need 14 points in the first round, which is a very tall order. Not impossible due to the 2-point bonus, but very, very difficult, and based on what we've seen so far, I think unlikely. So Lupine requiring a win. Shapes also with 1 more game in hand. That's going to be the one on the 19th of March, Shapes Day 4 game. Again, a win is all that Shapes can get. A runner-up will not be enough, but a win could displace Colo in that playoffs. So Colo currently having to look over his shoulder at Lupine and Shapes. Everyone else at this point, let's just double check this. Anonyman, again, would need a win and a massive point difference in order to qualify. 12 points would be needed to tie with Colo there, and then it would come down, even at that point, it would come down to head-to-head, where Anonyman and Colo... let's have a look. Anonyman and Colo... When did you play each other? Week 1, Colo won that head-to-head. So Anonyman would need 13 points in round 1 and a win of the heat. Quizface has played all of their heats. Anonyman has only got the 1 left. Proogs is the other one here. Proogs has got just the 1 game in hand on the 24th of March. Again, a win and a big old score in the first round is all that will suffice. Dogfish, we're now at the point where... Dogfish only topper cannot qualify unless they've got 2 games in hand. Does that apply to anyone? Topper has got 2 games in hand. So the only other player who could potentially leapfrog into the playoffs with a win and a win would take him up to 11 and displace Colo. So at this point, if my reading of this is correct, Samster, Derek, Claire, Mark and Innis, you are all at least guaranteed a playoff position. I'm not going to say yet whether Samster is guaranteed into the final. I haven't done the relevant maths to work that out. I think with Derek still having a game in hand and Mark still having a game in hand, I won't say Samster is yet guaranteed, and certainly Innis with 2 games in hand, not yet guaranteed into the final. But Innis, Mark, Claire, Derek and Samster, if my math is correct, you are all guaranteed into at least the playoff. Colo, you need to be looking over your shoulder at the final matches of Lupine, shapes, maybe a Nonaman if there's a particularly high abundance of points in the first round, and Topper. Topper lurking there at the bottom, but with 2 games in hand, could still surpass you. So, is Innis not guaranteed? Innis is not guaranteed, you're quite right, because Lupine could get up to 11, which would knock Innis down, and if Lupine and Shapes both manage to jump up into that playoff, it could also knock Innis down. So thank you, mathematicians, for correcting me there. That's me being sloppy. I'm pretty sure, though, at this point, Mark, Claire, Derek and Samster are guaranteed a place in at least the playoffs. Pretty sure that's right, because only Lupine can catch. And even then they'd still be tied. And potentially Topper could also catch. But that would still room for 2. So, yes. Innis is... So, Samson, Derek, Claire and Mark guaranteed through to the final. Innis is likely but not guaranteed. Colo has to keep his eye on Lupine, Shapes, maybe a Nonaman, and possibly most importantly with 2 games in hand, Topper as well. All very exciting, still much to play for, but we are now starting to see the shape of things to come and the remains of how this tournament is going to play out. Let me just update those scores in the spreadsheet for this game, which was... What is the date? Where is it? Where's it gone? Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. That might be why. 10th of March. Shapes 0. Riff 1. Claire 2 and Samster 4. That has been updated on the Sheets document. 1 more from day 4, 2 more from day 5, and that is going to be it for this evening. Thank you all so much for joining me for the arena. This tournament really shaping up now. Yeah, Innis quite likely with 2 games in hand. I think Innis is quite likely, but not mathematically guaranteed yet, unlike the 4 players above him. So, I'm now away. I'm going to Reykjavik very early on Sunday morning. We're getting a hotel Saturday night. So I'm not going to be here on Saturday, nor on Tuesday, nor next Thursday. I will be back the following Saturday with a bit of a relaunch party. We've got Escape Artist, we've got Risky Business, we've got other things, Answer Trap Blitz and Data Leak. So Answer Trap Blitz, Escape Artist, Data Leak, Risky Business, bit of a relaunch party. Limited phone date, good to hear too. In the interim, you can catch Ash tomorrow evening with Winning Lines. Let's give him a shout out. And I'm aware that our Venn diagram of share viewers is probably a circle. But Ash, I'm pretty sure he's got Winning Lines tomorrow night. Yes, he has. Topper's going to be here on Sunday with Rebound. Topper 1 Gaming. Rebound from Topper on Sunday. Ash here next week in my absence. Relativity Wednesday. And that's it. No stream from Ash on Friday. I will be back on the Saturday for all of the fun stuff going on. I'm going to put Iceland as the final bonus before I finish right there. Iceland 64 before I take a 9-day break. I have now got the very joyous task of dismantling my computer and taking all the monitors and all the desks and the piano out of the room and putting them in my bedroom next door, because I'm having this room painted tomorrow, which will be very exciting. We're also having the drive re-shingled. So, yeah, all the things happening. So when I next turn the camera on, it'll be all white in here, apart from the dado rail. So, yeah, looking forward to that, having a fresh look of paint and looking slightly less like the 1960s, which is good. So, yeah. Have a good time over the next week, and I promise you I will come back, hopefully in better health than I am in now. Good Barrymore impression. Really? Thank you, I think. I didn't realise I was doing a Barrymore impression. Could have chosen a more keyable colour. Could have done. White Wars Enthusiastic Dogs. Nice. Oh, as Score Count is saying, yes, don't forget to apply for Face Off. You'll need to come join the Discord. I can give you a direct link right here. If you haven't done so yet, applications are now open, and you can get a copy of the rule book here, which I do encourage you to read before applying. There's the rule book and the application form if you want to fill it in. is there. Season 7 pack claiming will probably happen probably the Monday after I get back for Season 7 packs. I will be putting an announcement of what I need packs for, and you can make your claims then. So yeah, Monday after I get back, probably about sometime in the morning. So if you got packs in mind that you want to be thinking about right for Season 7, which is going to be honest before we know it, do keep your eye on the Discord, do come and join. And yes, do apply for Face Off. We have had more than the required 16 players, but we'd like a few more to get a really exciting opening event for Face Off, the second coming in Season 7. I do hope that you'll come and apply for that. Until next time, have a really good week in my absence, and be good and splendid and marvellous and wonderful as always. I will see you when I get back. I will try and pop into Ash and or Topper's stream from Iceland. I think it's in the same time zone as I am here. So hopefully there won't be too much difference. Just depends on Wi-Fi and various other things. So if I can pop in and say hi, I will do. But if not, I will see you in about 10 days' time. Until then, I have been Royal Flush. You have been watching The Arena at Game Night. Take care out there. Stay safe. Peace out, and good night. And forgot to say, we're going to go and raid Quizzy Dan and just say hashtag Iceland. I'll see you on the other side, everyone. Take care. Good night.
In case you are not on Discord,